Beer on the car. We got K9 here. Cop's telling him I'm recording for everybody's safety. We got one of the hit squad guys, the hit squad K9. It seems like they showed up for backup. Oh yeah, nice job.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because resisting arrest is a secondary charge. They said I assaulted him. Sir, I would never assault law enforcement. I would film law enforcement, but I've never hurt law enforcement. No, that happened last night.
No, a couple hours ago. We just bailed him out.
You got bailed? Yeah, I got bailed out. People donated, man. Bro, man, I'm a hero, man.
You got anything illegal on you, officer?
No.
You sure? Can I check? Can I? You care if I pat you down?
Well, I can empty my pockets for me.
Can I pat you
I just
down?
don't want you to get close to... I know you, Brian.
Come on, you know I'm not going to do anything. I just want to pat you down for camera.
If my supervisor sees it, I'll get in trouble for...
Okay.
Poor officer safety. But
Is that the lieutenant over there?
No, there's...
No, it's not.
To empty his pockets. This
do
guy's
that?
actually...
Hey, bro, can you at least empty your pockets, man? You got any drugs, weapons?
It makes you look good. It really does. This guy's willing to go above and beyond. Check this out. That's good.
Some keys. Got nothing to hide. All right, cool. I appreciate that. Whatever's on the police uniform.
Did you see the video we did to your buddy? It was wicked late at night, and I had a warrant. I turned myself in. I got
444, I think.
But it wasn't a legit warrant, right? You got it taken care of?
I got it all taken care of. But he didn't know that the warrant still wasn't existent, so he just rolled up like, hey, what's going on, man? He's like, oh, you're detained. We were playing a joke on him because he has a decent rapport with Chuck. So he wound up holding us for like 20 minutes. He's like, yeah, there's no warrant. I was like, I know, we got you.
Sometimes it's nice to...
He's all right.
Yeah.
I missed all the action. There's just drugs and meth, marijuana.
Oh, really?
But there's a safe that they don't want to own up to, so they're applying for a search.
Oh, getting a warrant for a safe. Uh-oh.
Are you the K9 officer?
Yeah.
One of them, yeah.
See what Chuck Bronson started? I don't know who this kid is either. I mean, I do. He's from the neighborhood, but...
See, we starting something new every day, man.
Yeah.
You guys are multiplying. That's right, man. I don't want to keep you guys from your recording. All right, man. We'll stay back. We'll stay in the same distance.
They don't care. They won't say nothing to me. Half of them are like, cool, and half of them are dicks. But these guys ain't going to say nothing to us. They'll be respectful. So it sounded like he said they found some weed and some meth. And now they're applying for a warrant for a safe. So they already found weed and meth. And now they're applying for a warrant for the safe. So, just so you know what's going on.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was hearing that he's the driver, he's the passenger. They shouldn't have even probably pulled him out if he's a passenger.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the driver, and they've separated him. You know how they do.
Yep. Now, these ones are all right. They're cool.
Guys, I don't have any issues.
No, these cops here, they're cool.
That's what I'm saying.
They're not going to say anything to us. They're cool about, how close we are anyways. So that's the driver. This is the passenger.
So the driver is in the car right now?
No, the driver's over here
That's the driver.
in the red.
That's
Yeah.
the driver.
Passenger's in the white.
He's the driver. Probably shouldn't have
You got future Chuck Bronson over there, showed up to the scene. Actually, I think he beat us to the scene. I think he was across the street, then he seen us, showed up, and he came over with us.
Excellent point by Francis. For the most part, they're all right because Chuck has trained them well.
Nope, we got toilet paper.
That number double douchebag.
I want to call him Officer Tightness because he's just a little tight.
This is the hit squad car, undercover street crimes unit, 2020. They're Ford Explorers, but they're actually called Ford something else because they're customized a little differently. I think a little bit even from the factory, and they're called something else. But it's basically a 2020 Ford Explorer. The cop we were talking to that was patting himself down, he's the K9 officer. We got Omaha Cop Block over there. Future Chuck Bronson. Accountability for All, and Hoosier News Now. So this is the passenger that they're interrogating currently.
You could have kept his mouth shut.
What'd he say?
Little cop was
Yeah.
saying
He's the one. He's the one that made the stop.
Right, he was saying that there's drugs underneath the seat and all this, and then the other cop actually came up and said, that's not where I was looking, that wasn't there to, he could have kept quiet, but he didn't.
Still, he spoke up.
And now this cop's saying, oh, let me see your arms, let me check your arms. Like, you have probable cause or you don't. You want a warrant, you check my body, check my body.
Yeah.
I'm not going to help you do your job.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't know, especially in this situation, is the driver's already been arrested. They've already found stuff. This guy's probably scared. And unfortunately, he's probably worried, and he doesn't know he doesn't need to ID. He doesn't need to say nothing. He can say, my name is Bennett and I ain't in it. Yeah, this was not on the scanner. If it was, we were jerking around and we didn't hear it. Doing the stanky leg at the gas station and whatever else. Omaha Cop Block.
Future cop watcher over there.
I know.
But I can't tell.
Huh? No, he watches Chuck Bronson. That's why he's over here.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah, he came up.
He was watching first.
I
Yeah.
ran home and got my phone. I was like, always film the police.
I
So
heard
now
it.
whoever this guy is
Yeah.
sharing information on whoever the other guy was, pretty thoroughly.
It's not good.
Just don't talk to the police. They have less to use against you in court.
He's only worried about getting himself free.
Yep. But he's still not going
It doesn't look like he's going to be free. He just was talking apparently and still taking the ride. Hey, just so you know, you're okay because we're here too, but we're up here. But always try to just stay on the sidewalk. Because if you're on a public sidewalk, nobody can say anything to you. Okay, but you get on private property like this, then you can be trespassed, and sometimes the cops will do it just to be mean. So, just so you know. But these ones ain't too bad. These cops here aren't too bad, so that's why we came up here. They're not going to try to trespass us or anything. But you just never know. Some don't like it, and they're just jerks. So.
But I had supporters, and that's all that matters. You got supporters that actually love. Ready to help you guys.
Let's go, Brian.
How are you? Good. You're a criminal. You can't ride along with cops. You're a criminal.
I can too, and I can bring my camera. And I told them that I don't have a license, but I can help with the canines because I'm excellent at training dogs, like sit, stay, giving treats.
Now I got a question for you. Do you think if I applied, do you think LPD would let me go along?
They would have to.
Second question, and do you think they'd let me record?
I don't know what the policy is on the ride-along.
I'm usually
Not
told
recording,
yes
I
to
don't
the
know.
ride.
Third question, do you think they would try to control which stops that cops goes to?
No.
You don't think
Honestly,
so?
the
You
answer
think
to
they
that
just
one,
let
no.
me?
It just depends who you got stuck with.
Yeah.
If you're a district or a general.
I know, but you
Can
think
I
they'd
ride
try to
with Officer
avoid?
Michael?
You show up to all of them anyway.
I know,
All the good
but I'm
ones.
just wondering.
But, first question, I don't know your history. I don't know.
I don't have anything.
No felony.
Nope.
I'm a fella. Fill it out. Try.
I got some driving tickets recently, actually. But
I heard. I'm not going to comment on that.
me neither. We'll leave it at that.
You know this deal. I think
And
they've
I
been
know.
written before and they've been dropped, right?
Yep.
I don't want to be mean.
So far, everything's been dropped.
If I go with Officer
Since I started
Michaels
doing
on a
this.
ride along, I'll get like a booster seat and I'll like imprint LPD on it.
He needs a booster seat.
I mean, come on.
If you need one, he needs one.
He is kind of little. He does come up to you like your nipples.
5'11". I mean, you're tall.
Yeah.
You have to give him a boost up.
Nah, we always give him a hard time.
Yeah.
He's decent. He
He came
doesn't
from
mess with
Purdue.
us. Oh, he came from Purdue.
A year ago? Yeah, he was on Purdue.
I didn't know how long he'd been around. I hadn't seen him that long.
Normally I do show you the drugs, but
Yeah.
this being meth, I just don't want to risk.
It's all right.
There's more, I think, of a risk being contaminated. than
It actually gets me
being spies.
demonetized if I show
But I
him.
never saw that before. So in
I've
previous
asked him, like, hey, is this spice? What do you think?
Yeah,
The last
that
thing
got
said
me.
oregano,
That got
and
me
it's like,
what
demonetized.
the hell is spice? Because
Yep.
I've never heard that from where I'm from.
At least that video.
It used to be like K2 is like more of the legal
Oh,
term,
okay.
but this
It's like
is
the fake
more
weed.
homemade, way
Yeah.
worse. They add horrible chemicals. You have seizures. It's not like what you could buy at the gas station, where it's more like
It looks like oregano. Is it like oregano and then they mix
usually
Where I'm
chemicals?
from, they have like a
they
spray.
use Damien leaf is the common herbal leaf. You can buy it, and then they'll add chemicals. That's the hardest thing to labelize it, like to label it criminal, because
It's like
the
the
chemical's
meth of
always
weed.
changing. So now it's called a controlled substance, and but they'll add like raid, oven cleaner, whatever they want, and that's what's causing all the seizures and stuff like that.
Right.
People always ask, what's spice? Because a lot of people just don't know what it is, never even heard of it.
I'd rather you smoke marijuana than spice.
Yeah.
Have you ever smoked
But the
marijuana?
spices.
Honestly, no. I was pretty sheltered growing up.
Because they sell.
I have.
I didn't
But where
drink
I'm
until
from,
I was
it's
21.
legal.
Yeah,
It's
spices.
legal where I'm from. Like,
I
you
know.
get pulled over with it.
So our newest dog, Kilo, who's on the black unmarked, he's not trained on marijuana. Just because we weren't sure about this new law changing. So
Because it uses more of like your resources. If most of the other states they've legalized it, like all the extra people, like if you just look at it, how many people are you housing in jail or have to deal with people paying for the state, right? And then look at all the other, that's all that extra overhead.
the only thing I agree with legalization, but the biggest hiccup that we're dealing like right now, there was marijuana in the car, but he's also dealing a large amount of methamphetamine. So a lot of the marijuana dealers, not all of them, also deal in heroin, marijuana, or like meth, stuff like that. So that is a big issue. If we legalize it, that's what my biggest question is. My dog alerts.
Right.
They could be using the marijuana as a mask because it's legal to try to hide. Like, oh, it's just the marijuana, guys.
And that's the point of him
they
just
could
saying.
have a pound of meth in the trunk. And it's like, well, what do we
The
do?
dog's only triggering, and if he finds the weed and it's
Because my dog
legal,
cannot
then
say,
you have
hey,
no probable
this
cause.
alert, he can't tell me, hey, this is heroin. Or I'm alerting the meth. Or I'm alerting the marijuana. I don't know if that's even possible.
That's why he's saying that the new dog, Kilo, isn't trained for marijuana,
So if
just
he
in
alerts,
case.
it's going to be either methamphetamine, heroin, crack,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
And if you find the weed, you find the weed.
Correct.
And if weed's legalized, then
There's
that
still
won't,
probably be a
you know,
certain weight.
be a problem.
Transporting a certain weight will still be illegal. For like groceries.
But you should be able to find that pretty easy if,
Get up to 10
or smell it
ounces.
if it's that big
Yeah, like,
amount.
so now you just can't like smoke on the street, but now you don't have to have a license. You can carry up to 10 ounces on your person if you do have a medical card. 10
It's a lot of
10 ounces? Wow.
Well, there's people that are caregivers. So the way that it works is, and I had the second legal dispensary in Massachusetts before they had storefronts, they had delivery service, and you could just very simply get a caregiver's license, and then you could actually, I could sell with a criminal record up to 10 ounces for a patient, but it didn't specify how many patients you could have. So you got people with pounds and pounds. Then they regulated it to let's just stick with the dispensary. But the crime rate with as far as marijuana goes has dropped significantly, and you still have meth is getting bad up there.
That's
You
my
still
only
have
issue is
everything else.
you're still going to have the people who are dealing marijuana, but also in the more illicit items that are bad, like heroin and meth.
Right.
Yeah,
We're
but
not gonna
there's,
solve that.
there's,
But if
you
we
know,
can, if we remove the daily users and like not waste our resources on them, I'm all for that.
Let's just
Of
legalize
course,
all-
I don't make the law.
Yeah, let's just legalize all the drugs now. That's just.
but that's all going to
Legally,
decrease though. If we legalize it, all the pills and all that and the spice, you know, spice is going to go
Well,
down.
the only issue would be people who use spice to pass P tests.
Yeah, but
So
still.
there's still going to be, but you're right. It's normally to lower.
If these people that don't have to take P tests, all these homeless people over here that are hanging out across the street smoking, they don't have P tests, they're going to start smoking weed if they can.
if they can afford it. Yeah.
It's cheaper
Yeah.
at that point, you know.
I'm all for it.
I don't think anybody
I
wants
mean,
to
I
smoke
won't be
spice.
able to
but-
partake, just like we can't partake in CBD with THC.
But if
It's
we-
legal.
Even if
With
it's
a
legal,
with a
cops still won't be able to.
Just in case we happen to rear-end somebody.
Yeah,
There's
that
a
liability.
chance I pee hot.
That's what I'm worried about too. Even if it's legal, what if that happens to me? I run over
After a
somebody.
shift, you can go drink a beer, right?
Yes.
Or like, say for example, if you're on depression, you take Prozac.
But that's the, oh yeah.
Thanks.
So like, I don't know if you ever saw a documentary, California, big weed empire.
Yeah.
They send their weed to labs, and they actually caught labs fudging the numbers, saying it was below the threshold, but they actually were higher. So then it's like, well, what if that THC is 0, but really it's not, and I pee hot.
Right, because I don't want someone that has deadly weapons that doesn't have 100% of the
And I want you
factors.
guys to rely on us that we're clearly so reminded at the time we're doing our job. I don't want you guys
Well, I don't know about Michael's, but yeah, I agree with you.
I'd be afraid to drive. I mean, if you smoke a joint and
You
you
know
drive
who's
and you
smoking
run
weed
somebody
'cause
over
they're
right now,
driving
you're going to
10
jail,
miles an hour.
prison for manslaughter. Screw
They're
that.
driving in reverse, they're going
You know,
so slow.
there's no way.
Just the metabolites or whatever it is, and that stays in your system.
Hot breathalyzer. That you can create it and patent it.
Dude,
I
you'd
think
be a millionaire.
it's some
Yeah,
patent.
big bucks.
Absolutely.
All right, Knicker Bomber X. If you can create a hot breathalyzer, then you have just found the unicorn. You will be loaded. All right, guys, I'm going to end this feed. They got wrapped up here. This stuff's awesome. Share, like, and subscribe to Who's in Your Town, Chuck Bronson, Omaha Cop Lot.
Omaha Cop Lot.
And we stay free.
They're still getting this guy to talk, but it looks like he's taking the ride. The ride of his life.
Thank you so much. That's the reason I stopped here today.
I gotta back up to do mine.
Oh shit, 10,000 views.
Freeze, motherfucker. Subscribe. Comment below. Hit that like button. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I'm out.